One with 11 seconds left, but Tobias Harris answered on the other end to put the game away. LeBron finished with a game-high 34 points, and Joel Embiid added 28 for the Sixers. So, Shannon, tell me, what did you learn from this game?
Well, Skip, I thought the Lakers were lethargic the whole night. They had a tough time dealing with Joel. I thought Joel Embiid was going to go for about 50 because in the first quarter, Skip, they had no answer. What did he have, like 13 points in the first quarter? He was getting whatever he wanted. He's a load. And that's what I think when you look at some of the greats and when they talk about Joel Embiid, they see a man that's 7 foot tall, 280 pounds, that can shoot the three ball. He can shoot mid-range. Obviously, he can post you up. He's a very good free throw shooter. Yep. And then some nights he comes out there and gives you 9 points. Some nights he gives you 12 points. And Shaq loses his mind. He's like, bruh, you 7 foot tall, 280. You should be averaging 30 and 15 every single night. And so I think that's a lot of the frustration. And I thought he was going to go for 50 last night, Skip. But you see what the Lakers can be when they say, you know what, we finna lock this thing down. And they go on a 13-0 run to take a 1-point lead and give Tobias Harris. They did a great job, put him in a high pick and roll. He got LeBron up off him, got Caruso on him, and he was able to elevate and shoot the ball over the top of him. But for me, Skip, is that the way I'm watching LeBron play right now, I wish he would stay in that aggressive mode like he was the first half. He would have 22 in the first half on 9 of 13 shooting. And then what's he do come out of the third quarter, Skip? Try to get people involved. You know what? Go back to the Cleveland days. Yep. Come along. I got it going. I'm going to keep it going. And then he kind of got out of rhythm, and then he got back in a little rhythm. He still made some great plays, a great pass to AD to take the lead, Skip. But I just say, and AD is struggling right now. Because, Skip, AD was 5 of 10 from the free throw line. And that's when you know a guy's struggling, because when there's no contested shots, nobody banging against him, and he's struggling putting the ball into the rim from the free throw line, that lets you know he's struggling shooting the ball. And this is not the AD that we're used to seeing. He's still impacting the game in other ways, but AD is better than this offensively. But I like the fight that I saw. It shouldn't have come to this. They should have been. And once Gasol got in trouble, I mean, Montrez is just too small for Joel Embiid, Skip. He can't do it. I mean, you do all you can, but that's a big man. And Trez, what'd you say, Trez? 6'7", maybe 235, 240, and he's giving up 40, 50 pounds to Joel Embiid. But I like what I saw. They got a game tonight. The question is, Skip, LeBron played, what, 38 minutes last night, almost 39? Is he going to play tonight against Detroit? Considering that they got a Saturday night in prime time against Boston, and then they got Atlanta. So it's going to be very interesting to see, because LeBron has played all 19 of the ball games where I was like, I'd have told you, ain't no way he taking that.
He should sit tonight. For his sake and the long-term health of his team's sake, the mental health, he should just take the night off.
Skip, you know what I was thinking? I was looking at the schedule. I was like, damn, they're playing a lot of games. They really playing every other day.
Well, they have to. You know why?
You got to get that money. We got to get that money.
Okay. I hear everything you just said, but before I address all your points, I got to go back to the flashpoint of this game for me, which came in the third quarter. On a Joel Embiid drive, LeBron shocked me by going completely uncharacteristically out of control and shoving, two-hand shoving Joel while he was up in the air and shoving him back to where he lost his balance dangerously and falling on his back, and he's got a bad back to start with. LeBron got a flagrant foul for that, but to LeBron's credit, that's his first flagrant since 2014.
Right.
He's had 6 total flagrant fouls, and what are we in, year 18?
Years, yeah.
Okay, 6 in 18 years, that's pretty good.
Once every 3 years.
Okay. I've told you, he's a nice man. He's a very nice, he's got a big heart, and he plays the right way. That was as shockingly out of character as any move LeBron's ever made on the court. It was a two-hand shove while he was airborne. Well, obviously, that's a cheap shot. That is a literal low blow. And Joel was very ginger trying to get up because he missed the previous game with a bad back. So
he fell in a very similar situation like that. He fell similar to that.
He did. So for the rest of the game, Joel was a little tentative and a little ginger in his steps up and down the court, and it took a little away from the beast of the East that he can be.
And that's what stopped him from being the #1 overall pick was his back. Remember in college, Skip, he had back surgery.
He had back, he had foot, he had all kinds of things. yeah, I've told you the story. Somebody high-placed in the Sixers called me to ask me, hey, we know about all of his injuries. Do you think he can play? Because they know I watch it closely and that I have gut feelings. I said, absolutely he can play if you can keep him healthy, but I don't know if you can.
Right.
Well, so far, barely so good, because you know what's happened even against Kawhi 2 years ago in the Eastern Conference Finals. He was sick and hurt and sick and hurt and sick and hurt. Well, he's always sick or hurt, right?
Yep.
That's been the problem. But when he's right, as he was in the first half or even the first 2.5 quarters of this game, as you said, he's pretty hard to stop.
Yeah.
Okay, so was there method to the madness? Not that LeBron was trying to hurt him, but was he trying to send a message? You know, we're not going to let you just lope in here and dunk on us?
Right.
I don't know.
And his feet got tangled up. I think when LeBron was like, okay, you're not going to dunk on me, and then Joel kind of got off balance, and LeBron was right there, and his feet got swept out from up under him. I don't think if his feet doesn't get swept out from under him, I don't think he falls like that. But that's a big man that's hitting the ground with no protection because he didn't have a chance to brace himself.
Nope.
And maybe that's a good thing because he probably would have tried to brace himself and maybe hurt himself even worse.
Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, so now let's go to the fourth quarter. You're right. The Lakers look sluggish and lethargic, even for the first, I don't know, let's do 7 minutes of the fourth quarter.
Yes.
Because at the 5:21 mark, LeBron departed.
Yes.
And I thought it was for good. I thought they just said, okay, that's enough.
Right.
We got a game. Come over here, sit down, take the rest of the night off. At that point, they were down 12, and LeBron had missed 3 free throws in the first part of the fourth quarter. He'd made 1 3. He was 1 of 3 from the field and 4 of 7 from the free throw line. And it wasn't enough to get them back in the game. So they're down 12, and immediately Tobias Harris hits a jumper, and they're down 14 with 5 minutes left.
Right.
When you think it's over?
Right.
Okay, what do I not love about the Philadelphia 76ers? I love Doc. I love his impact that he's going to have on this squad.
Right.
But they don't have a pure point guard because Seth Curry is more of a 2 to me.
Right.
And Ben Simmons is some hybrid, point forward.
Right.
But as far as some Rondo-esque point guard who can get them set and get them some fairly easy looks and baskets, they don't have it, and they fell completely apart down the stretch on offense.
Because, Skip, they really don't have a guy that would accept. I mean, Tobias Harris went and got his own shot last night.
He did.
But if you throw the ball to Joel Embiid, I can double him in the post. I'm not worried about Ben Simmons shooting. I'm not worried about him driving because you don't want to go to the free throw line. So basically, you got to worry about Seth Curry spotting up. And see, that's what happened with LeBron. LeBron probably should have fought over that pick so he doesn't get the smaller Caruso on him.
I'm glad you brought that up. If we could see this, this is my pet peeve about the whole league. Today, everybody just switches like it's you can fight over it.
Yeah.
Because who do I want on Tobias on the last shot? I want LeBron James.
I want him to shoot over 6'9" as opposed to 6'3", 6'4".
Okay, here we go. And LeBron, don't just switch it.
I think the thing was, Skip, is that they saw Seth Curry. And Seth Curry is shooting a pretty high percentage from the three-point line.
Not last night, but
no, he wasn't last night.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what scared LeBron, and he waited maybe a tad too long to probably try to go get the double team.
Okay, so what's Tobias get away with? A little shoulder bump on Caruso, who's just too little. Not that he's a little man, but he got bumped off to create space, and he goes up and he swishes it.
Right.
If LeBron fights over the pick, and I don't even think it wouldn't have taken that much effort just to jump through the pick and stay on him. I'm not sure Tobias can make that shot over 6'9".
Yeah, that'd have been very interesting to see that, but give Tobias credit. He got to the spot that he wanted to be, Skip. He elevated, and it was pure. It wasn't no bounce, hit the rim. It was I thought it was short. That's how pure it was. I thought the ball
pure. It was. I know when it left his hand, I thought it was short, and it swished. Okay.
So, give them credit, Skip, but I like what I saw from the Lakers fighting down. And Doc mentioned it. Doc said, hey, I'm proud of my team. We won the game. But what that team showed you is that they're the champions for a reason. They showed a lot of fight. Going a 13-0 run, Skip, give them credit. But like I said, I'm anxious to see what LeBron does tonight, considering that they got a primetime game against the Celtics. Who they lost the other night. But Detroit...
Wait, who'd they lose to? Celtics? They lost last night to the... Spurs. Let's give them some credit.
Oh, my goodness.
They're still there. They're still barely alive. Come on.
What are y'all? Ninth seed?
It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it. We got the Celtics last night at home.
Y'all did. Y'all got them last night. So.
Okay, so here's your issue right now. Marc Gasol played 24 minutes last night and got a grand total of 2 rebounds. You are soft in the middle. He's a little soft in the middle, but you are.
Yeah.
You're missing Dwight Howard. You're missing JaVale McGee. You need to shore up the middle of your defense with some passion, some energy, some edge. You don't have that from Marc Gasol.
We're looking at the trade deadline schedule. We're looking at some buys. Maybe somebody can get bought out. I just hope that the Cavs don't. Well, look, the Cavs is not going to do the Lakers any favor. LeBron's on that team. Maybe if LeBron wasn't on that team, they might be willing to do something. Now, I think they want to keep Jared Allen. They're probably looking to trade JaVale McGee. Maybe they buy out Andre Drummond. You know what? Go back to the Cleveland days. Come along. I got it going. I'm going to keep it going. And then he kind of got out of rhythm, and then he got back in a little rhythm. He still made some great plays, a great pass to AD to take the lead, Skip. But I just say, and AD is struggling right now. Because, Skip, AD was 5 of 10 from the free throw line. And that's when you know a guy's struggling, because when there's no contested shots, nobody banging against him, and he's struggling putting the ball into the